what I loved about it was one, and it also kind of shows the arrogance of Diddy. So I'll say this. What it showed me was like first he had hired his own crew to follow him. So when I was sitting there, I was like, wait a minute, how'd they get this footage? This is the first thing I thought. Then doing background work, I'm like, oh, so this man in his mind just knew that this wasn't gonna happen. So he's hired his own videographer and his own crew to follow him through this journey, right? And so I was like, well, that's kind of arrogant because how do you know in your mind you were getting off? In these like so the first episode kind of gives history of Diddy childhood, growing up, talks about traumas, his father, mother, and kind of where the flip switched. Then it goes to like kind of how second episode I think is like about relationships. So there's 4 episodes in all. Second episode more gets into relationships and like how he starts to like navigate bad boy and like how he starts to really operate on bad business practices. Third episode gets more into once he has made his height, and that's really the episode that starts to break down Tupac, Biggie. That's the episode I wanted to turn off. Like, because in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, he killed Tupac, like in my head. And then fourth episode kind of brought us where we are now. Like, he got arrested. That's when it really talks about Cassie. It really doesn't talk about Cassie for real until like episode 3/4. And it starts to bring in more people. What I thought gave the documentary as a whole credence was the man who started Bad Boy with him. So there was a guy who started, I can't think of that man's name. Kurt, I think.
Kurt.
Started
Everybody
Bad
said
Boy.
he was the one that had the
He
right to be
was
the most
he
angry.
had
Every lesson.
papers written down. I mean, notebook paper back before Google.